Hello everyone, welcome to the course of Concepts of Thermodynamics. In this course, you will learn each and every concepts related to thermodynamics. So let me introduce myself. I am your instructor, Krishna Verma. I have done Masters in Mechanical Engineering from BITS Pilani, and I have 2 years of experience in automobile sector and more than 10 years of experience in academic field. And thermodynamics is related to mechanical engineering, so I will teach you all the terms and concepts related to thermodynamics, which is beneficial for school students, for 11th and 12th, as well as for college students who are learning about the thermodynamics. So let's start this course. So if we see the word thermodynamics, so this thermodynamics we can divide into two parts. This word we can divide in two parts. So here is the division. So the first word will be thermo and another word will be dynamics. So first I will discuss about the dynamics. So dynamics means it is related to motion. And what is the main reason of motion? The main reason of motion is force. So where we are considering dynamics, it is related to force. Motion is possible with the help of force only. And if we talk about thermo, so here if we say any example like thermometer. So what is the work of thermometer? Thermometer is usually define the exact temperature of any substance. For example, if you have a fever, you use the thermometer to measure the temperature of your body. So thermometer is mainly measuring the body temperature, and thermometer is related to what? It is related to temperature. So thermo term we can define as related to temperature. So thermo means temperature, dynamics means motion, which is mainly coming from the force. So dynamics we can relate with the force. So the application of temperature and force usually define the complete term thermodynamics. So if we define thermodynamics, so it is related to heat. So this is the example of heat. This is the burner and we are getting heat from the burner. So this is related to heat transfer, but heat transfer is also related to thermodynamics. Where there is an application of temperature, we will consider thermodynamics. But if that heat is transferring from one object to another object, that is related to heat transfer. There are different modes of heat transfer we usually consider. So it depends on the object. Suppose if we are transferring the heat from one solid to another solid, so it is related to conduction. Suppose if we are transferring the heat from solid to liquid or liquid to liquid, so it is the convection mode. And when there is a transfer of heat in the environment or from one gas to another gas, so that is related to radiation. So these three modes, conduction, convection and radiation, are defining the heat transfer, but that application of heat is completely related to thermodynamics. Here in this photograph you can see the perfect example of heat transfer. Here you have a kettle, and if you pour hot tea in the kettle, so initially the temperature of this kettle, it will be different. Initially the kettle will be cold, but when you pour the tea inside the kettle, so it will become hot. So this temperature difference is defining the heat transfer, but the application of temperature is related to thermodynamics. So if we define thermodynamics, so thermodynamics is a branch of physics, but we consider the thermodynamics in chemistry also. So the thermodynamics is a branch which deals with the temperature, heat, energy and its transformation into work. So it is basically associated with the heat engine, and there is no field in the physics, chemistry or even in biological science which is not influenced by the thermodynamics. So each and every field is related to thermodynamics. Each and every field is influenced by the temperature. So this is the basic meaning of thermodynamics. Now, if we see the examples of thermodynamics, so one of the basic example is when you are running or when you are walking in hot weather or during the summer. So when you are sweating, that is related to thermodynamics. How the sweating while running or walking is related to thermodynamics. So when you are running, your body is producing heat, and that sweat which is coming from the body, it is absorbing the heat of the body to cool down the human body. So that is the basic example of thermodynamics. Now if we see technical examples, so automobile engine is one of the example of thermodynamics. You can see this is the cylinder of automobile engine, and in this cylinder we consider number of parts: piston, cylinder, connecting rod, crank, air intake, fuel injector, exhaust valve, inlet valve. There are so many parts involved in this automobile engine. This is one cylinder of the automobile engine. So here you can see initially what usually happen during starting, the fuel inject from the fuel injector, and because of the compression of this piston, and if we are considering petrol engine, so there will be spark plug is also situated in this cylinder. So with the help of spark plug, this fuel will get burned and it will produce heat. So what is happening here? The piston is applying force over this fuel, and the spark plug is injecting spark to burn that fuel. So here both application we are considering: temperature as well as force by the piston, and this force is coming from other parts of the cylinder or the piston cylinder assembly. So this is also one of the example of thermodynamics. So here I am not telling you each and everything. I am not explaining complete concept of this IC engine cylinder or this piston cylinder arrangement. In further lesson, I will brief you all the concepts, all the examples related to thermodynamics. So this is the basic concepts of thermodynamics. Now let's see what we are going to learn in this course. So I have divided this course into number of modules. So one by one we will learn about all the concepts of thermodynamics with the help of these modules. So it is divided into 9 modules. So what we are going to learn in these modules? So the module 1 is related to basics of thermodynamics. In basics of thermodynamics, we are going to learn about thermodynamic system, thermodynamic properties, thermodynamic equilibrium, quasi-static process, introduction of laws of thermodynamics, temperature and zeroth law of thermodynamics. So these things we are going to learn in module 1. Now coming to the module 2, so module 2 is related to work and heat transfer. So in work and heat transfer, we will learn the basic concept of work transfer and heat transfer, PDV work, that is called displacement work, path function and point function, about heat transfer and different types of heat like specific heat and latent heat. So this is about the module 2. Now coming to the module 3, so this particular module 3 is related to first law of thermodynamics. So here we will learn about the concepts of first law of thermodynamics, the first law of thermodynamics for the closed system, for the cycle, for the open system and perpetual motion machine 1. So these are the topics which we are going to learn in first law of thermodynamics. Now let's see the module 4. So module 4 is related to second law of thermodynamics. So in this particular module, we will learn about the Kelvin-Planck statement, heat engine, thermal efficiency, Carnot engine, Clausius statement, about heat pump and refrigerator, about coefficient of performance, that is called COP. We will learn about the Carnot theorem and corollary of Carnot theorem. So each and every terms related to second law of thermodynamics we are going to learn in this module. Now coming to the module 5. So in module 5 we are going to learn about entropy. So here in entropy, we will learn about the Clausius theorem, then some more concepts related to entropy and inequality of Clausius theorem. Now coming to the module 6. So module 6 is related to available energy. So in available energy, we will learn about the basic concepts, high grade and low grade energy, about more concepts of available energy, dead states, availability, energy, and second law efficiency. So these are the topics which we are going to learn in module 6. Now coming to the module 7. So module 7 is related to pure substance. So properties of pure substance we are going to learn. And here we will learn about the PV diagram, pressure volume diagram for the pure substance, pressure temperature diagram, TS diagram, HS diagram, quality and dryness function, as well as we will learn the concept of steam table. Now coming to the module 8, so it is related to thermodynamic relations. So we will learn about the Maxwell equation, TdS equation, Joule-Kelvin effects, Clausius-Clapeyron equation, Gibbs phase rule. These terms we are going to learn in module 8. Now coming to the last module. So last module is related to thermodynamic cycles. So here we will learn two types of cycle. First is vapor power cycle and another is gas power cycle. So here these two topics we are going to learn in module 9. So this thermodynamic subject is divided into 9 modules and we are going to learn each and every concepts related to thermodynamics in this course. Now coming to the very important part, that is books. So which book you can prefer for your study? So here I am going to tell you two books. One is by P.K. Nag and another book is by R.K. Rajput. Both are very good books. Either you can use P.K. Nag or you can use R.K. Rajput for your reference. Now coming to the next part, which is related to competitive exams. So if you are in India and if you are going to appear in different competitive exams like GATE, ESE, in that case, here what is the importance of thermodynamics? If we talk about GATE, so the weightage of thermodynamics is very high in GATE as well as in ESE exam, engineering services exam. The weightage is around 10% and the thermodynamic is completely numerical subject. So here you have to concentrate more on the numerical part. So thermodynamics has 10% weightage, that is a very high weightage and it is very important subject. So you have to learn hard, you have to study hard for clearing the GATE, and thermodynamics play very important role in that particular part. So if you are trying to crack GATE or other competitive exam, thermodynamics will help you to get good marks or maximum marks in your competitive exam. So thermodynamics is a completely numerical subject. So you have to concentrate more on the numerical part. But if you are not from India, if you are from other countries, so this part is not for you. And the weightage of thermodynamics will vary according to competitive exams as per the countries or as per the cities. So this is all about the introductory part of the thermodynamics, what we are going to learn in this subject, and the topics which we are going to learn, the books which we are going to prefer in this particular subject. Everything I have explained in this particular lesson. So thank you so much. See you in next lesson. Happy learning.